Welcome to another game collection video, and nothing truly special in this video, so I'll go through a list of Mega Drive games. I put one video out for N64, PC, PS1, and a couple of GameCube games and Wii and 360, I think. Anyway, so games. Ones to the left are ones I've actually borrowed from a friend to do some recordings on. Anyway, the first one is one of my very favourite Disney games ever made. World of Illusion. As you can see, I've just dropped it. That was good. I did a recording for this. Unfortunately, when I did the recording for this particular one, the recording on my audio cut out right near the end of the game. It's not in bad nick. It is a friend's, so I just borrowed it off him, but it's in pretty good nick. I'm not sure how rare it actually is, but very, very good fun and sort of just excellent all around. Another classic that most people have or have played at some point, Road Rash. Now there's 3 of these games in the Mega Drive series, I think. I've played 1 and 2. I've never played 3. The manual's not in this, unfortunately. As you can see, back in the days when EA were cool. So let's try and let the focus actually focus. But yeah, good fun. There's a couple of weapons you can pick up in the game, and one of the best things you used to be able to do was to actually run the race on foot, which was always funny. And I believe the second game incorporates split screen mode, so 2 people can play. Whereas on this one you can play 2 player, but it has to be 1 at a time. Basically like Super Mario 3. But very, very good. Have yet to play this. It's called Mercs. Bit generic, to be honest, from what I've seen of it, but I won't say too much because I haven't really played it properly yet. But it's only a 1 player. That seems kind of surprising. You'd think this would be like a 2 player game. Again, these ones, as I said, are from a friend, and in pretty good condition as well. The manual's in there and everything. This is a double game. This is... well, let's just get on with it. I've played Castle of Illusion a little bit, just to try it out. But the recording didn't... It looked terrible on the big flat screen TV, to be honest. I really need to go to something a bit smaller. But it's a double cartridge, sorry. And yeah, it's... Again, Disney were on top of the world back in the Mega Drive days, game-wise. They are now, more so with movies and stuff. But excellent condition. My mate tends to keep these in quite good nick. He's not really that much of a gamer these days, but excellent, very cool. A couple of cartridges only, unfortunately. I had the first one on Mega Drive many years back. Desert Strike, it's a sequel. Jungle Strike, just the cartridge. Very, very difficult. Very, very difficult, I would say, and probably one of the more difficult Mega Drive games I've played in the last couple of years. But yeah. Shinobi, played a little bit of it. It's not bad. It's not my kind of game, to be honest, but some people love Shinobi, so I'll just leave it there. So next things up is, I don't know why I'm showing this, but Mega Drive manual. This came with my actual Mega Drive, which I got off eBay a few years back. Very cool. Don't really see these kind of things anymore. It's in a variety of different languages and stuff. But yeah, in good condition as well. Very good condition. 1993. Wow. A couple of games I don't think anyone really cares about, sports games, so they're not going to be of that much value anyway. But more of an English thing. Jimmy White's Snooker. Again, I think, yeah, these came with it, and I could care less, to be honest. I'm not really a big cricket person, so if someone knows this, shout it out in the comments. Brian Lara Cricket. Some of these do have some quite cool things on. Some of them have like scores on them and stuff. There you go, Mean Machine. Just bring back a lot of memories though. I was never really, well, the only thing I really played sports game wise was FIFA. PGA European Tour. Again, EA Sports. And some of these cartridges, I don't know if it's the EA ones, but in fact, I might have an example of one somewhere actually. Had the extra ports on the actual cartridge there, about the middle point, so you could plug up the 4 controllers in. Which was always good, until someone got overexcited and yanked their controller and crashed the whole game for everyone. But this is just the kind of things you had to deal with back in the day. Again, this is one I got with. This is a double hits one, and this was a... I'd never seen this before until I got it, but... Micro Machines... and Psycho Pinball. Whatever that is, other than being pinball. But yeah, all the manuals are in there still and stuff. I miss manuals. What's that on the back there? Some sort of warranty card. Yeah, Micro Machines. Very good back in its day. Played it recently, I wasn't really that impressed. But I suppose the gameplay is quite basic by today's standards. But I haven't really played much of that Psycho Pinball, so I can't really speak much for it. Everyone's played this before. Mega Games 1. Super Hang-On, Columns, and Italia 90, which some people think is one of the worst football games ever made, and other people like it. I'm sort of in the middle. I remember playing it, but I don't ever remember being particularly that impressed with it. But oh yeah, it's in pretty good nick as well. I believe actually this might be... I can't remember if this is one I borrowed off my mate or if it's one I got with the thing. But yeah, pretty cool. Again, this is a follow-on from Jungle Strike. Urban Strike. I love these little reviews they give them as well, these little knife Sega power. Again, another EA game. Another really, really tricky game to play, especially on the old D-pad on the Mega Drive. Not a particularly... It's just like with Jungle Strike, not easy to really play through. It's very difficult to see the when you're shooting your... is it the Hellfire cannon or whatever it is? I got quite far on it when I was a child, but I mean I haven't... Other than Jungle Strike once I tried it, I haven't really delved into it. And it's not a particularly forgiving game. You get, I think it's 2 or 3 lives, and you have to re-pick up armour, weaponry, and fuel, ironically. So, And it's got the manual with it as well. It's always nice to see when the manuals are in them. I'm actually pretty sure this is one I borrowed off from mate, actually. Pete Sampras Tennis, possibly. It's actually really good, actually. Last time I played this with a friend, it was quite a lot of fun. Again, 93%. It's not really focusing, is it? This came with the system in a box when I got it off eBay. This is a Genesis game. Now, normally, from what I understand, Genesis games don't work on Mega Drive because they put in some sort of region lock about maybe 92, 93 maybe? Something like that. I can't remember the older... I did a bit of research on it, but I might be wrong. But it's some time period between them, they put a region lock in. But this runs on the Mega Drive, and this is T2, I believe. This also has a Sega Menacer. So there was a gun for it. It's alright. It's not anything special, but it works, which I was quite surprised. But I had another Sega Genesis game called was it Captain America and the Avengers? I think that's what it was called. And that was a Genesis game, and that ran as well. So I don't. Is it just certain games? I assume it is. And again. Funnily enough, the Genesis games, there's not a lot of difference in it, to be honest. I mean, they're about it's pretty much identical in just about every way. I wonder if this is a reproduction car. It looks a bit... I'm not really sure. I'm trying to get it to focus on the phone. There we are. It looks a little bit of an odd sort of sticker to it. But yeah, so it works. So it's not anything particularly special game-wise, but it's not bad. Twin Hawk, haven't played this. Kind of looks like 1942, that type of style of gameplay. So. But yeah, decent enough for what it is. I'll probably do a Let's Play on it at some point. It's difficult going back to some of these games. Some of these games are so old and archaic by today's standards that it's almost off-putting to actually go back and play it. But give it a try. I did this video on this game a while back. Alyssa Dragoon? Or Alice, I pronounce it correctly. I believe this is one I borrowed as well. 92. Don't know what it is about that symbol, but there's just something cool about it when it doesn't lose focus. And again, that's got the cartridge and the manual with it. Yeah, it's not in bad condition as well. Oh, there's a thing snapped, a clip broken, but yeah. Difficult though, very difficult game. This one's sort of rare, I suppose you could say. I'll just get straight to it. Golden Axe 2. Now the manual isn't with this, unfortunately. This is just the cartridge. But I love the Golden Axe games. I had the first one, but I had the inferior. I had the Master System version on my Sega originally before I was ever able to play the Mega Drive ones, and the Mega Drive ones are superior in every way. But saying that, the arcade one is just is even better from what I've read. I've never played it, and I think that's just the cartridge. Some of these old cases, they're tough. You could drop this down the stairs and it'd survive no problem. You drop a game of today's generation down the stairs, it'd snap like a twig. Who can forget a classic? Of course, one that everyone's probably got a copy of Sonic 2. It's a really, really good nick. Manual a lot. Even though it doesn't get used much these days, because I've got the Mega Collection on 360. And of course, last but least, I don't know if this is rare by today's standards. And I didn't pay 40 quid for it. I paid about maybe £15-16, and that's Rolling Thunder 2. Probably one of my favourite Mega Drive games of all time, if I'm to be honest. There's a couple I used to have which were really, really good. Another one was an Amiga game called the Chaos Engine, which I've got on Steam, ironically now. Really, really good. But this is one of the best. And it's in quite good condition as well, as you can see. But yeah, that's basically my Mega Drive collection. And I have a GBA Game Boy Advance collection I may possibly show off at some point.